Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from the Rant channel. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to say I appreciate all you guys who watched my wrestling rant last night. This video is already at 6 views. I didn't know you guys love my wrestling takes so much, so I'm going to keep those videos coming. I do have 2 wrestling rants that I do want to talk about. I still want to talk about how Triple H still got me fucked up on how he really booked Roman Reigns' return at SummerSlam and everything that came with it. The funky ass bloodline storyline, everything with him and Solo's feud, all of it was really horrible, and I still want to talk about that. I want to talk about how you fans are just now complaining about Cody being overrated, this and that, when this is shit I've been saying since the moment this nigga walked back into this company. So again, I got another Cody Rhodes rant coming out. We're going to be discussing how he's overrated as fuck, how his championship reign is horrible, why he's also a failure when it comes to being the top guy, and how you fans really like to jump on the bandwagon when shit get popping. And but I feel like since I got some spare time today, I want to make some Degrassi videos because I was on Tumblr and Reddit, and you know, there be people who like, there be really people who just be having some crazy Degrassi takes that I feel like I want to talk about. Like, it was one about Maya and Miles, I think. I'm not sure. I have to look at my phone because I screenshot it. But the video I want to talk about with Degrassi is a video I should have made a while back, you know, before it came down to getting crunch time with me getting ready to move into my new spot. So I really want to make a video on why I feel like when it comes to Maya's trauma, I kind of feel like in some aspects it is overlooked. And I know a lot of people are going to say that's not necessarily true, or they might disagree with me. I think Maya's trauma is definitely overlooked because when you watch season 14, right, I was one of those people who felt like the whole, like, her being concerned about Miles came off like, oh, she just wasn't over him, obsession, things like that. Like, I was really trying to understand why the fuck does she care so much about Miles' well-being when it's like, why does she care? And, you know, I had just got back into Degrassi when I was in high school during my senior year, so I still had a child mentality. I guess you could say I still had a child mentality. So I really wasn't like understanding her trauma. You feel me? But when I go back and look at it, Maya's trauma is definitely overlooked because I feel like fans really shit on her being over caring. I do feel like sometimes when I watch Degrassi definitely sometimes would take it out of hand when it came to Maya. How can I say it? When it came to Maya, I guess you could say overstepping her boundary, involving herself in situations she doesn't necessarily need to be in. I 100% agree. I do feel like sometimes they can't overdo it, but the reason why I don't crack on Maya or really like give her a hard time because I know it's coming from a place of trauma. You feel me? I feel like Maya's trauma is overlooked because I feel like when everything with Cam happened, I feel like she automatically should have been seeing a therapist. But in the show, they kind of tell you that it was kind of on and off. I don't think it should have been an on and off thing. It should have been something that was ongoing. You feel me? Like, Maya's first boyfriend committed suicide. She never was told how it happened. All she knows is that she saw Cam one day, and then the next day he was gone. You feel me? How does a 14-year-old girl handle all of that? How does she go to school the next day and still be able to walk around these high school halls and not allow any of this to affect her? Like, I feel like Maya's parents and Katie and all of them, I feel they were all worried about the wrong thing when Cam committed suicide. And this is just me, you know, like, this video isn't necessarily, well, it is about Maya's trauma, but I really wanted to talk about the season 14 episode, You Drive Me Crazy, me analyzing this episode on why I feel like Maya really showed why she is that girl. Why, when it came to storylines in the show, she is that bitch. I don't care how anybody feels. She is really that motherfucking girl. Like, that's just how I feel. You feel me? Like, it's just up and this motherfucking stuck. Like, that's just how I feel when it comes to Maya. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like her trauma was really overlooked. I feel like when Cam committed suicide, I feel like both Katie and her mom were worried about the wrong thing, right? They're worried about Maya having sex in the house, almost getting like butt naked with this boy. Okay, I feel it. Y'all are concerned on why she's so quick to get back into another relationship after the one just ended, right? But I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like nobody really understood where Maya was coming from. Maya's boyfriend committed suicide. You feel me? She never got to see Cam. She never got a chance to say goodbye. He didn't say goodbye. He just ended his life. You feel me? And she never really, she didn't know how to react to it. Like, Maya's storyline in season 12, it really makes me emotional. Like, when I think about it or when I would watch it, because she was so young dealing with all of that. And it's like, I could not imagine being put in a spot where I was dating someone and they committed suicide and I just go to school the next day. Like, I couldn't imagine how that feels. You feel me? So it's like, imagine how it was like for Maya. You feel me? Like, I just feel like everybody was concerned about the wrong thing. Like, Katie, you should have been paying attention more. Katie should have told her mom about when Maya uploaded the video. She 100% should have told her. And the reason why I'm talking about Cam, because it really connects to why she was acting that way towards Miles, which I'm going to get to. Y'all already know I go on side rants, but I got to give y'all the whole 4109 before we get right into the episode I'm analyzing. So, with Maya, I just feel like everybody was concerned about the wrong thing. I feel like she should have gotten help. I don't think it should have taken her finally telling everybody how she feels about his death for them to get her some help. No, Maya should have gotten help immediately after Cam committed suicide. 100%. There should have been no waiting. There should have been no sitting the fuck back. She should have gotten motherfucking help. Point blank, period. She should have gotten help because she fucking needed it. Because his damn suicide made her have PTSD. In my opinion, I feel like she had PTSD. So it's like, her not really dealing with it and not getting the help she needs is why I feel like when you watch the 13, she shouldn't have been dating Miles. She shouldn't have. Maya shouldn't have been in no relationship, period, in season 13, if you ask me. And I feel like sometimes the way she would react to things that Miles did was 100% accurate, but I feel like at the same time, she should have told Miles that her last relationship ended horrible because the guy she was dating committed suicide. And I feel like just with Maya, she was ignoring the signs with Miles, just like she ignored them with Cam. I think when I go back and watch season 12, Maya knew something wasn't right with Cam, but I think she avoided it because I think she knew once she had that conversation with Cam, it might have been over, and I think she tried to hold on to him as long as she could. But, you know, even with being with Maya, it still made Cam, I don't care what nobody said. A lot of people say Cam was still sad even when he was with Maya. I do feel like Cam was still going to be depressed regardless if he was with Maya or not, but I do feel like in the short period of time of their relationship, she definitely made him feel happy, and you definitely could tell that they loved each other. And I don't get when people say that they shouldn't be in a conversation for couples because the relationship was so short. Maya and Cam's relationship was supposed to be short. That was the whole point of the storyline. That is why it didn't matter. Like, I think to the writers, they felt like if they had them dating for a long time, then the death wouldn't have felt more accurate. But to me, it doesn't matter how short or how long you date someone. In your relationship with somebody and they commit suicide, you're going to feel that pain. But for this storyline specifically, their relationship was supposed to be short, so the death can hit harder. Like, Maya and Cam wasn't together that long when he committed suicide. So immediately when you hear the news that he's dead, you as a viewer feel like, damn, him and Maya wasn't together for that long. But that's the whole point. You feel me? So that's a little backstory with Maya and Cam. You feel me? Cam's death affected Maya to the point where it made her overbearing, it made her overly care, it made her insert herself in situations she didn't need to. It did all of that. All of those things. You feel me? And that's why I feel like Miles wasn't the best boyfriend for Maya. Miles was someone who was very unpredictable, a rebel without a cause, didn't give a fuck. You feel me? He had daddy issues. He had his own shit, his own home life he was dealing with. You feel me? So Maya being with him and being caught up in his chaos, that was going to affect her because in some way, shape, or form, when Miles gets in trouble or he gets in the hate in the fire with his dad, she was gonna have to be the one to pick up the pieces. And I don't think necessarily it was fair that Maya was constantly put in the middle whenever Miles decided to do some dumb shit. I don't think it was fair. But at the same time, I do feel like Maya owed Miles the truth on why she is the way she is, or why she was the way she was when they were in a relationship, and why she was the way she was on why she was having nightmares about him, because her last relationship ended horrible. You feel me? Because you gotta think, after Maya and Miles broke up and he started dating Tristan, they didn't really talk. So to her, he ain't showing up to school. He a little dry when it comes to his social media. So to her, it's like, what the fuck is going on? He's MIA. You feel me? He don't come to school at all. Winston and Tristan and all them think it's normal. When it's like, no, there's something seriously going on. Like, is it home issues? Like, there's something going on. And Maya was the only one who knew. That is why when I go back and watch season 14, it's like, I don't get why Tristan was so mad at Maya for being there for Miles as a friend, because she really was just there for him as a friend. You feel me? She never once came off as if she still had feelings for him. She really was just, again, caught in the middle of Miles' bullshit. You feel me? She didn't tell Miles to smoke this joint and then get high and drive. You feel me? She chose to get in the car with him. Because, you know, she didn't think this nigga was high until he was going driving fast as fuck. And then she was like, oh, this nigga high as fuck. You feel me? So, again, Maya is caught in between the Miles shit because, you know, she chose to be there for him as a friend. But I feel like with Tristan, that should have been his job. He should have known something wasn't going. He should have known something wasn't right with Miles. He should have known that Miles wasn't okay. He should have looked at it as an issue when he was going MIA and not coming to school. You feel me? But instead, he was just taking it as, oh, Miles always skips. It's not a big problem. Oh, no. Y'all doing too much. What's the problem? But it wasn't until he found out Miles was smoking weed and this and that other shit, then he found it as an issue. What? That don't even make sense. But anyway, so in season 14, I'm not really sure what episode it is. I'm going to say episode 6, You Drive Me Crazy. So this is basically a Maya episode. There's really no B plot, just one A plot. I just realized when I watched the episode not too long ago, there is literally no seniors in this episode. It's just Maya and her class, which I really didn't have an issue with, because at that point I only cared for the sophomores. I didn't give a fuck about the seniors. So, anywho, in this episode, Maya's been having nightmares about Miles hurting himself, committing suicide. The first time we see her having these nightmares is in episode 3, I believe, when she came to school and came to class and saw that Miles wasn't there. She asked Zig and Tiny about it, and they told her that Miles is gay, and that is the reason why he isn't coming to school. And she said maybe, but she said something seriously is going on. You feel me? And they was like, why? Because he's gay. So she sits down at her desk looking very worried, adjusting her glasses. And she just look over at Miles' desk, and she's just trying to put together, like, why the fuck is he so MIA? Like, this is the 3rd class he skipped. You feel me? Like, he doesn't come to any of his classes. Like, something seriously is going on. Like, Miles is usually in this class. And one of the main things that irritates the fuck out of me is that as soon as Maya comes in the classroom and asks where Miles is at, Grace automatically talks about, oh, is you still holding out for him? No. I can't ask a question. Yeah, me and him dated. We're exes, but I can still care for him. Like, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, I still want to be his friend. I still care. Like, this is the 3rd class he didn't skip. Like, I'm trying to see what's up. It's cool if he skipped once or twice, but 3, 4, 5, what the hell is going on? So, I guess you could still call it the rubber room, Maya was in the rubber room and she was having a nightmare about Miles jumping off the stairwell where Cam jumped off and broke his arm. Basically, in her nightmare, Miles is committing suicide in front of her. She wakes up screaming, and the school counselor told Maya if she ever needs to talk, her door is open. The school counselor called Maya's mom and told her about the nightmare that Maya had. Maya broke down to her mom, started crying and saying that she's been having nightmares where Miles hurts himself, and she can't sleep because it's the only thing she keeps thinking about. And she said, like, it is just a nightmare, but what if it's true? What if Miles does try to hurt himself? And Maya mom told her it's gonna be okay, nothing that she can worry about. She's gonna try to do something. You feel me? Maya is playing the violin in her kitchen. Miles barged in, mad as fuck that she told her mom that he was trying to hurt himself. She's confused because he just come to this bitch and he's screaming. She's like, what are you talking about? He said, what I'm talking about? How about how you told your mom? He said, how about you told, he said that your mom called my mom worried I might hurt myself. And she said no. She said she never told her mom to call his mom and say anything of the sort because she said she didn't know her mom was actually going to do it. Miles told her, if you're going to act like a crazy person, at least own up to it. She told Miles that she was just telling her mom that she's just worried about him. And he said, how many times I have to tell you that I'm fine? She said, I guess until I believe you. And he screamed at her and said, that is your problem. Get over me, Maya, and stay the hell out of my life. He barged out and she breaks down crying. I don't think Maya deserved that because she really was coming from a place of caring. Like, she never told her mom to call Miles' mom and say, he's going to hurt himself. She said she's been having nightmares that Miles is hurting himself and that she's afraid that what if he actually does it. Her mom was the one who called Miles' mom and said, you feel me, that Miles been having nightmares where Miles might hurt himself. I get where Miles is coming from. I really don't. I don't know where Miles is coming from because I'm trying to understand why she's so angry. You feel me? Because had it been Tristan obviously didn't give a fuck. Tristan don't care that he's skipping classes and ain't coming to school and MIA. However, Maya is someone who pays attention and can just scope the scene and realize shit ain't right. She's able to know something is wrong, and I feel like I didn't have an issue with her being the one who was like, Miles didn't come to school, he skipped, and like, what the fuck going on? That should be Tristan's job because it's like, you are Miles' boyfriend. But to me, I feel like Maya wasn't in the wrong because she does care. Maybe she shouldn't have told her mom if her mom couldn't keep the shit to herself. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, Maya was the only one who knew about Miles' home life and his complicated relationship with his dad. So when you do a storyline where Miles come out as a bisexual character, you feel me, even though he didn't come out and say he was bisexual due to him struggling with his identity, we know that he's dating Tristan. So with Maya, she's probably thinking, well, she can't imagine what the fuck's going on at home and what he might be enduring due to the fact that he is now dating a guy. You feel me? So we skip to You Drive Me Crazy, where Maya is now officially having nightmares about Miles. Like, it's literally the only thing she's thinking about. Her anxiety is crazy. She walks to the classroom and asks Zoe, where the fuck is Miles? She's like, who knows? He's probably off doing something self-destructive. I always laugh at that because that was literally Miles' character. Miles was very self-destructive. It was unpredictable. You had no idea what the fuck he was going to do next. Maya go on Instagram. I hate the name of their social media app. Why the fuck didn't they just name it Instagram? That's literally what it's Instagram, Instagram. Instagram, Instagram. They could have just named it Instagram, but whatever. Maya go on Instagram and see that Miles ain't been posting anything. When she was in the gym doing something for Zoe that she asked her to do, she saw that she's still looking on his social media and sees that he still ain't posting nothing. And she's just disassociating, having nightmares of Miles literally jumping off the railing. Literally. She runs out the gym, looks at the railing, and just like she got so much on her mind. When Maya, Grace, and Zig skip I guess it was a third period, they skipped a class. Maya said that she asked Grace, she said, why do you think Miles wasn't at school today? Grace was like, if I hacked into his account, would you shut up about it? She was like, yeah, you could do that. Grace hacked into Miles' account, and she was able to track his location. He was at home. But she checked his account and saw that, well, no, when she hacked into his account, Maya was the one who noticed that Miles texted Tristan saying that he wanted to kill himself because, well, he just said he wanted to kill himself. He didn't say the reason why. They're going to tell Maya that, oh, people say that all the time, Maya, it's not a big deal. She said, yeah, until they actually do it. I cannot believe Zig said that shit when it's like, bro, when you literally know her ex-boyfriend committed suicide. You ain't going to sit here and say, oh, people say that all the time. Yeah, people actually fucking mean it. The hell? So they go to Miles' house. They break into that bitch. Maya see Miles on the couch, laid out, slumped. She think he dead. He was like, how the hell did you get inside my house? And she said, I want to check up on you because she said, Tristan asked you, how did you feel? And you said you wanted to kill yourself. He said, yeah, because I have a head cold. And he said, wait, did you hack into my account? Tristan come in here, irritating, supposed to talk about back off my bed, back off my boyfriend, something. Like, he said something. And she said she was just checking on him. And Miles was like, she's been saying she hacked my account. Tristan was like, you went full girl interrupted. Maya is tripping. She's like, what's going on? Like, Miles just talked to me. Grace and Zig take her out the house. We go back to the school. Maya's on the computer. You feel me? Zig is pacing back and forth. He's telling Maya to stop because she's freaking him out at this point, and she said she can't. She's on the computer, literally type. She typed in Miles' account, and he blocked her. She was like, he blocked me? I can't believe he would block me. Zoe was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Then Maya, the amazing acting that she did in this episode, when she said she cannot let it happen again, she can't let it happen again. She can't. She picked up the motherfucking computer, launched that bitch across the room, and she's hyperventilating. Like, she can't catch her breath. She's just breathing very, very hard. She's having anxiety attacks. Zig and Zoe confront her, tell her to take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose, breathe in through your stomach. You feel me? I feel like Maya betrayed what PTSD does to you when you don't get treatment. What trauma does to you when you don't get to talk about it, when you don't get treatment. This was by far the best episode Maya had when it came to her POV, when it came to her trauma before we entered next class. Maya's trauma to me is very overlooked because you always see people who say she's annoying, this and that other shit, when it's like, y'all really avoid what my girl was really going through. She lost her first boyfriend at 14, didn't get no help, didn't talk to no therapist. Like, it's just been complete chaos. She gets back into another relationship with someone who shows the same exact signs as her other boyfriend when it came to unpredictability, unemotional predictability. You feel me? Miles literally had all the same signs as Cam. So if you ask me, if they did do a storyline where Miles tried to commit suicide, or hell, in next class they could have did like in next class when it came to Miles' drug addiction storyline. I always wondered, why didn't they have Miles OD? You feel me? As in terms, like, Miles was on every pill you can think of, to everything. Shit that was prescription, from what Esme medication to shit that they would steal. Miles was on everything. So to me, I don't think it made much sense that he didn't OD, because it isn't like he's like an expert when it comes to pills. This is his first time. So as far as I'm concerned, he's just popping them so he doesn't have to feel the effect on when his father's around. You feel me? Because Miles had anxiety. He could not breathe when his father was around due to the trauma that his father put him in, but his mother didn't give a fuck. So Miles started taking pills to not feel the anxiety when his father was around. But to me, I feel like if they did a storyline where Miles tried to commit suicide or did OD, that would have been interesting in and of itself. But I'm not mad at that they didn't do it. You feel me? I just feel like when I go on Reddit and stuff of that nature, it does irritate me when people really overlook Maya's trauma when they say she's annoying. Again, I agree with y'all on some things. I do feel like sometimes it did get annoying when Maya definitely inserted herself in situations she didn't need to. When she added her 2 cents in a situation. You feel me? Because I was like, why the fuck does she care so much? You feel me? The only time I ever really got irritated with Maya when she inserted herself in something she really didn't need to be in was really in the Summer Girl episode. Like, she didn't need to insert herself. She didn't need to be the one who wanted to find that girl. I can't even remember that bitch's name. She didn't need to be the one. But they made her the one because she's the one who likes to make sure people are okay. You feel me? But that was really annoying because it's like they literally had Maya say, why does she always have to involve herself in something? And it's like, literally in this situation, why did she? Who the fuck cares about this missing girl? It was all a skit. It was all a setup. Her and her boyfriend faked the kidnapping so they could get money to run away. Like, it was just dumb, like stupid. But I just want to say I really love Maya. She's one of my favorite characters on the show. I connect with her a lot in some aspect ways. I do. I love Maya. I think she's a really good female character who has great storylines, great development. She's a great character. And I don't like the hate that she gets, and I do feel like her trauma was definitely overlooked in a lot of ways. And I think it's time that we all stop acting like she had the perfect life or she didn't have problems. Maya was going through a lot of shit, and I feel like she should have gotten help, the help that she needed. I don't think in season 3 it should have took her being obsessed with death after the bus crash to get the help that she should have gotten. Her mom should have been giving her help. It shouldn't have took the whole bus crash for it to happen. Maya should have been getting help. She should have been getting help, as we all can say. So, that's really all I have to say for this video. This is the longest video I've probably even had on the whole that I was supposed to do a while back. But I'm finally glad that I got it up and out of the way because I have more Degrassi videos I do want to talk about. And I'm in the spirit of making Rant today. So, this will not be the only video you guys see me talk about today. Please be prepared to see me upload more. I might make those wrestling videos later on tonight. As always, it is nice talking to y'all, and catch y'all in my next video.